So yesterday, I did a video on this post where Disney says, "Happy hashtag Hispanic Latinx Heritage Month. Never forget the value of family and time and remembering where you came from." And then I also highlighted some of this stuff. This is from the Pew Research Center. About 1 in 4 U.S. Hispanics have heard of Latinx, but just 3% use it. It's because they don't like it. Probably because you can't even pronounce that word in their language. You can't pronounce Latinx in their language, which tells me right away that the person who probably came up with the term was a woke white person. In fact, I would be willing to guarantee you that's who came up with it. Someone that doesn't even speak Spanish probably came up with that word, and now that's the hot buzzword, and you have to use it, or you're an istophobe. The problem is they don't like this word, and they find it offensive. They find it offensive probably because they can't even pronounce it in their language. They don't like it, and that's why Disney got absolutely destroyed on this post. They got absolutely destroyed. And it's getting even close to where the quote tweets are probably going to overtake the likes. All the people liking this, probably woke white Twitter. "Oh, Disney, thank you for using Latinx." And they totally ignore the feelings of the people that they're trying to pander to here. "Oh, it doesn't matter if you don't like it. You'll come around." They won't come around. This post from Pew Research Center, which does legit surveys. This is from 2020. Here's from this year, August 5th. Apparently, CNN is saying, and I know that's let's take it with a grain of salt, but now just 4% of Hispanic and Latino people prefer the term Latinx, new Gallup poll finds. So, in the term of 1 year, it went up 1%. So this is not making any headway. Latino people don't like this word, but they just keep doubling down on it, which is funny. The language they use, the language they use, Spanish is sexist. That's what they're saying. It's from Ad Age. I don't even know who this is, but there's all kinds of articles like this. "It's a gendered language. We got to change it. It needs to be gendered neutral." Well, you'd have to change the entire language then. You'd have to change the entire language. And I don't think that that's going to happen. But Marvel got a taste for this. And I know Marvel is part of Disney, but they're kind of their own entity, to be honest. They're under the Disney umbrella, but they kind of just run themselves. They decided to jump in on it. Marvel fans roast the company for celebrating Hispanic Latinx Heritage Month. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, but call it Hispanic Latino Heritage Month. Latinx just does not fly. And the only people pushing it is apparently 4% of Latinos, which are probably all of the ones at university, and woke white people. That's it. The only ones. Stop trying to be saviors. Okay? They don't like it. They don't need you to be their savior. They were fine using Latino and Hispanic. But Marvel made this post right here. Celebrate Hispanic Latinx Heritage Month with some mighty Marvel Games updates. And as for the post itself, I don't have a problem. It's just the Latinx thing that's cringe. Okay? You could have made the same post, but Marvel has to put that in there because if they don't put it in there, the mob will come after them. What's funny to me is that the feelings of the people that they're trying to respect don't matter compared to the mob. Isn't that say something? Think about that. So if they don't use that word, the mob's going to come after them, right? I guarantee you if they had said Latino, mob would have came after, "It's Latinx." And then underneath their post, you would have actual Latino people coming in and saying, we don't like that word. And they would say, shut up, doesn't matter. For real. Like, they're so stuck on this, they're gonna shove it down people's throats. And they don't care how apparently 97% of Latino people feel about it. Doesn't that say something? Why don't their feelings matter on it? You would think with so much research showing they don't like Latinx, that they would drop it, but they just keep using. Joe Biden was using it the other day. So here's some of the responses caught by Founding in the comics here. Stop being disrespectful with the Latinx garbage. It's Latino or Latina. There's another one. We would much rather not have the X in other topics. Spider-Man 2099 was the coolest one to play in Shattered Dimensions. Yes, Miguel is an awesome Spider-Man. I agree. Latin America is a term and it's also gender neutral. Stop with the Latinx. We can say Latin American Heritage Month. That's fine, I think, right there. That's a fair compromise. Latin American, right? Just like African American. I don't understand what's wrong with that. But they keep wanting to use Latinx. It's almost like a demeaning thing, and they know it is, and maybe that's the reason they use it. That's a really good point. Why don't they just use Latin American? True. Why don't they just use that? I'm just impressed how literally every corpo adopts the very latest year progressive terminology, even though practically no one identifies with it. Seriously, it's creepy as hell and impressive. Just the instance year in and year out, regardless of what the masses say or think. They don't want to stop saying Latinx when the vast majority of Latinos don't use it or even find it offensive. And that's true. They do find it offensive. That's why they get so mad when people use it. If I were to go to this post, there'd be all kinds of people screaming at Marvel saying, what WTF is your problem? But they don't care. Why don't you just say Latin American? As a Latina, please stop referring to us as Latinx with a bunch of laughing emojis. Stop appropriating their culture and changing their language to fit your own superiority, complex, and politics. Latinx, just say Hispanic, it's less offensive to us. Marvel, please quit flaunting the Latinx agenda. It's not popular among many of your Latina fan base. I'd celebrate if you stopped using Latinx as a descriptor. What's a Latinx, Marvel? Am I Wolverine's spawn? It'd be a lot cooler if you didn't refer to us as Latinx. Thanks. I'm offended by the term Latinx. No one gave anyone the right to rewrite my heritage. Latinx is a slur. It's not going to catch up. Latinos and Latinas hate it. Latinx isn't a thing. So it's just crazy to me. People telling you this is offensive. People telling you they don't like it. Use Latin American and they just get ignored. Why are the people that you're trying to, help here and apparently not offend, why is it that their actual thoughts on the word don't matter? That's the question I have. It's really something to think about, isn't it? Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. They're usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and Sign up.